Hello and welcome to Sacred She Sisterhood New Moon Circle. Today I'm going to be using this particular training to invite others into the circle as well, or into our sisterhood. So at the end you'll hear me say, click the link below. So as per normal, what we do is we open circle with a prayer. And that prayer is to protect us while we're in circle. So while you're watching this, after I've finished recording, while you're watching it, the prayer still takes effect with you. So blessings and welcome to New Moon Circle, Boxing Day 2019. I call on all the archangels to be present here with us in this circle tonight. They are always available for us. They are on call, on tap, whenever we ask. All we need to do is ask. Archangels don't interfere. They don't tell us what we should do. They are there for us to tap into their wisdom. So I'm asking each one of them to join us in circle today as we place our hands open to receive. We ask that we are protected while we're in circle, and we ask that we have healing done to us today while we're sitting in circle. So whatever might need healing, whether it's emotional, mental, physical, or spiritual. And thank you, and so it is. So today is a little different to how we normally run our circle, because I'm sitting here on my own and I'm pre-recording this. As I said, it's going to be used as a training or an invitation to ask others to join our circle in the future. So normally what I would do is ask each of you what you have done or how your week has been. So in this instance, I will tell you how mine has been. We all have what we call is the stick. So we all get to hold the stick. And when we hold the stick, it means that we get to speak and be heard. And that's what Sisterhood's all about. So today I want to share with you that it has been a Christmas that has not been how I had planned. But does that matter? No, it doesn't. Because it's learning to go with the flow. And so I've gone with the flow this week, this last 7-8 days, and I have been able to sustain myself by being flexible. And whatever came up to derail my plans, it didn't matter, because I have things in place, processes and procedures in place, that means I can swap and change things around. So for those of you who have been riding along the journey with me, I thank you for your support. So we now take it that everyone has shared their little thing. And now the topic of the day is the new moon. So we hand back to me and I tell you about the new moon. The new moon sitting in Capricorn, and following or aligning with it is a solar eclipse. So what does that mean to you? It means that this new moon is the last new moon for the decade. The last for the decade. So being the last of the decade, it is vitally important that you sit and you decide the things that have to go. So whatever has been happening in the last 10 years in your life that no longer fits with who you are now, your authentic self, you need to focus on letting them go. So this new moon brings with it a whole heap of abundance, and that's abundance in all things, all areas of your life. All you have to do is tap into them. So, in order to create room and space for abundance to flow into your life, you need to declutter. Get rid of the things that no longer serve you. Get rid of the things that you've been dragging along behind you like a sack of old memories that you pull in, put your hand into the sack and pull out one at a time whenever the time might be that you're feeling a little bit remorseful or down. You pull out a memory and go, oh, remember when I was that? You're in victim mode. So all those things need to go, because to move into your authentic self in 2020, the year of rising to a new dimension, to a new you, means that you need to let go. Let it go. You don't have to control everything anymore. You just don't need to bring it with you into your life this next decade. So we're going to start as we mean to finish, and we're going to start the decade off with a new vision of ourselves. We are going to start the new decade off with intention of how we're going to show up every single time, how we are going to act in any particular given situation, and how we want our lives to be. So this new moon will get you to look at your bank balance, because money can be abundantly plentiful or abundantly lack of. Money is an issue this new moon. So if you want more money to flow into your life, check your bank balance, see the things that you're paying for that you really don't need to. Maybe there's Netflix you could let go of for a while, a subscription, or maybe there's an Audible subscription that you can let go of, or you name it. There could be some things that you're spending money on that really aren't necessary. So if you look at spending money as a treat, that's fine, but as long as you don't use money irresponsibly. So money is energy like everything else, which means respect the energy of money and more money will flow to you. Respect it always. So check your bank balance. Check the things that you're paying for that maybe you don't need to. See where you can tighten your belt a little or relieve the pressure from yourself to allow more money to flow. So we're looking at money. We're looking at work, our work ethics this new moon. What is it that you do every day that you regret? Sorry, you have you begrudge doing, is what I'm trying to say. What is it you do daily that you begrudge doing? Is it the vacuuming? For me it is. I don't do it anymore because I don't like it. Is it a part of your job, your paid job, or is it part of your housework or your life that you just don't like doing? Is there a way that you can get out of doing that? Can somebody else do it for you? And that doesn't mean you have to pay someone to do it. What it means is some people don't like cooking. I love it. So I do what I love doing because it brings me joy. So what we're saying here for this new moon is letting go to let in, which is usually a full moon thing, but it's letting go because it's the last of this year. It's clearing the way for everything to change for you. It's clearing the way so that your life can be abundantly flowing with riches. So if there's something you don't like doing in your work ethics, find a way of somebody else to do that for you. And if you can't, then make it joyful. Find a way to make it joyful. So for me, when I used to have to do vacuuming, I used to make it joyful by putting on some music and singing while I was bopping around the floor with the vacuum cleaner. So either give it to someone else to do because they can do it better than you or they like doing that, or find a way to make it pleasurable. When I've done that, I can then reward myself with that. So it might be a nice hot cup of tea. So In this new moon, there are going to be a bucket load of opportunities coming your way. Now, we've had a lot of this happening over the last 3 months, but because it's the solar eclipse and because it's the last one of the decade, it is amplified. So make sure that you've got your awareness tuned in. So when it comes to synchronicity, when it comes to opportunities, the universe gives you a sign when an opportunity is about to arise. Gives you a sign. Now, whether it's a repetitive number, whether it's feathers, whether it's seeing birds that you don't normally see, whether it's seeing certain colours or words, a whole host of things. Things that happen, not as a coincidence, but they happen. Happen, one after the other. Then you know it's a sign. Now, not always do we, as we evolve spiritually, have to get more than one sign. But if we don't get it the first time, the universe will give us another sign. So look for those synchronicities, because there are going to be so many opportunities for all of you out there. And get your hand ready, open to receive. Open to receive. Be ready to receive. Okay, so this new moon, I would like you to sit very carefully in silence and do an evaluation of your life up to this point. So do you remember starting the decade in 2010? What were you doing? Where were you? What did your life look like? And how did it change 2015? Where were you? What were you doing? Who was in your life? And how did you feel? And now, how are you today along your path? Are there some things that you can change within the next few days to get you ready to head into 2020? If so, then get your skates on, because it's time to revisit, revise, review. So revisit where you've come from, revise what you've done, look at what you've done, how far you've come, and then review whether you're as far along the path as you want to be. Where do you want to be? Who do you want to be in 2020? By the end of next year, what do you want to have in your life? Who do you want to be? So this is why this is a very important new moon. Okay, so then what we normally do in Circle is we do a meditation. So I will do a short guided meditation for you now. Breathing in and breathing out with our feet firmly planted on the floor, imagining that our feet have roots coming out of them, going down through the floor, down through the layers of the earth to Mother Earth's core, her heart. The roots wrap around her heart, and she sends back love through those roots up to us and keeps us grounded whilst we do a meditation. So we're sitting up straight, our back is very straight, like we have a pole up the back of our head, and we are guided to have the messages come through our crown chakra here. So now that we're grounded, we will breathe in and out very gently from our heart space, not from our stomach. As we breathe in and out, I want you to visualize that there is a white light. Every time you breathe in, the white light comes in and through every area of your body. It wraps itself around your heart, tinges the outsides with green, and it goes through down to your fingers and your feet, to your toes. This green is healing, and as we said before, we have archangels with us who are offering us healing and protection. White is for protection, white is for unconditional love, and green is the healing colour. It is also the colour of the heart chakra. So we're sitting very gently on our chair. We can feel ourselves breathing in and breathing out, this most beautiful, healing, powerful energy. I want you now to visualize yourself moving up out of your chair, seeing it through your third eye, moving out of your chair. You're floating on a cloud. And this cloud is being supported by all the archangels. We're being taken above the clouds, above the stars, above the moon, into the universe. The universe is a huge void. It's a vortex, as Abraham Hicks calls it. It's a vortex. The vortex is you, and you are the vortex. The universe wants you to have a look at what is in store for you for 2020. So we're going through the first dark, dark doorway. We open and we see a light. In this light, there are angels. Angels who are playing musical instruments which have the sweetest of sounds. As you look at these angels, you see the faces of the people who are in your life in 2020. You also see beyond the angels the view of where you are in 2020. What does your life look like? What does it hold? What are you doing? Envision this. And as you envision it, it's in your mind's eye. Take that image and place it inside your heart. Place it inside your heart where it stays until it comes to life in reality. So now you've looked around, you've seen your new life, you've seen what you look like, what you're wearing, who you're with, what you're doing. And you've felt the emotion of how it feels to live this beautiful life. You turn around, you come back, and you say goodbye to the angels. You close this door. It's no longer dark outside, and the next doorway is not dark. It is actually gilded with gold. You walk towards this doorway, you open the door, and as you step outside, the cloud is there to meet you. It's soft and fluffy. It feels welcoming. It's like sitting on a pile of feathers. You come back down, past the moon, past the stars, down towards the clouds. Now you see the sun. You're moving down, down, down towards a field, a beautiful green field, where there's loads of little pixies and elves waiting to say hello. You step off the cloud and you blow a kiss to the archangels and thank them very much for their safety and security. You take the hands of the elves who are now going to walk you up a pathway and back to your chair. So we're sitting back in our chair, breathing in comfort and security, and remembering that placed in your heart is the vision of where you are in 2020, the life you want to live. You've forgotten all the things that you don't want to take with you. You've forgotten about them because they no longer exist. Remember this life that you have seen and know that you can visit it anytime by placing your hand over your heart, because the new vision of you is imprinted on your heart. You can feel it, you can see it, you can live it as soon as you let go. So on the count of 3, I want you to open your eyes. So 1, you start to feel yourself back in your body. You feel the chair underneath you. 2, starting to move a little bit more the body. And 3, open your eyes. Shake your fingers and your toes and attach your feet from Mother Earth. Thank you, Mother Earth, for guiding us and keeping us safe and keeping us grounded. It's important to be grounded at all times when we meditate, because we don't want to float off up there and stay there. Okay, so that's circle for today, but what I do need to do is offer a prayer and a blessing to close circle. I thank the archangels for their presence, for their protection in circle today, the last new moon of the decade of 2019. And I thank them for guiding us to this beautiful vision of our new life in 2020, the next decade, the decade of us, true, authentic us. I ask that we be given protection and healing to be ongoing until our next circle on the full moon, when we will be in 2020. And I ask that we have healing sent to those who are our loved ones, who are not in circle, but those loved ones that we hold dear, who may be suffering at this time, because Christmas is not always a happy time for everyone. Thank you, and thank you, and I close circle now. So blessings and namaste from Dee, and please go very safely wherever you are going today. Make sure that you do the right things on the new moon. And if you are watching this and you would like to have more of what we do in Sisterhood, we have more than just circle. We have a load of information in the Sisterhood. Hit the button below to check us out. Okay, so thank you for today, and my blessings go with you.